Hey guys, Kate here from Kadeverse Kards, and today we're going to go over Kadeverse Kards 3.0 because of Violent Veggies. Just going to look at everything around Violent Veggies. I got the first copy of the game ordered on the Game Crafter, and it should come November 7th, but I'm going to check the cards and see if anything went wrong. If anything went wrong, then I'll just do it again, and then I will make a video with the rules and stuff once it actually comes out. So, sorry about that, but yeah. Today we're going to go over Hulu. I forgot what it's called. I changed the name because all of them ended with A, so it's like Kadeverse Kards 3.0. So yeah, this has gone through 3 renditions. I'm not done with it, so here's the regions, or kind of like the types, like, or colors in a way. Focus. Got Hula, so it's like offense and defense. Frostenia, disruption, and you slow down your opponent. Claudia, defense and healing. Tekla, offense, and you just overwhelm your opponent with cheap cards. In terms of KP, Luvanos, offense, big power. Sandu, defense, prevent opponents from playing cards. This is for set 2. I decided unknown, just like not anything. And then Puff Zerg, punish opponents for attacking you. Then I guess we'll show you what the cards will probably look like. See, kind of like the template. So like the archetypes here. See, and then there's spells. What you play and you do the action. Of course, I think you know what creature cards are. And there's item cards you attach to a creature. And then location cards, which, like, you put them in play. They're kind of like the Pokemon Stadium cards. And they give you an effect. So, yeah. Just an overview, I guess, before we go to Hula. So it's more like a dual master system. So you have 4 cards in front of you, and those are your health, basically. And once all of those are gone and you get attacked, you basically have 5 hit points. And then once you lose all of those, you die. And your opponent wins. Gain 3 KP third, and this isn't final. Again, all of this isn't final, so, or most of it. The packs, Fusion, so I think this is from Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't know this was in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but I guess it was, so how mine works, at least, is you have to have the Fusion card, and then you have to, so 2 Caterpillars, so you have to have 2 Caterpillar archetype cards, then you discard them off your battlefield, and then you play the card, so it's a lot harder to get them. However, most of them cost 0 KP, or, like, currency, basically. 40 to 50 cards in a deck. I think the starter decks will have like 45. Don't count me on that though. Crappy conditions. So this is like special conditions from Pokemon. So frozen. The frozen card cannot attack until the owner's next turn, or the inflictor's next turn. Sorry. Drowned. If the drowned creature does not kill a card in 3 turns, it dies. Flip it left. Poison creature takes 20 damage for 3 turns. Flip it right. Bounce, it just goes back in your opponent's hand. And then there's attributes, or like keywords. So you got flying. It can only be attacked by flying and reach creatures. Reach can attack flying creatures. Rage, the first time this gets damaged ever. So, for example, if you heal all the way back, that doesn't count. It gets 30 attack. Tiny. When attacked, you flip a coin. If heads, that attack fails. Or the opponent does, and if it tails, the attack fails. Thick just takes 30 less damage from attacks. Leeching, I'm not sure if I'll add this, but it heals 10 HP when it attacks. Probably not. Undead. When this dies, flip a coin. If heads, shuffle it back into your deck. It's pretty good. Spiky, the creature who attacks takes 20 damage. So now we're going to go over Hulu, which again is offense and defense mix. So first, to start off, we have the iconic Caterpillar archetype. So we have Caterpillar. He has 2 KP, 50 HP, 20 attack. And yeah, he's your basic card of the archetype. And the Caterpillar archetype is kind of just getting as many out as possible. And yeah, I'll show you. So then we have the Twinapillar. So you need 2 and any Caterpillar cards and so that's overpowered. It's 0 KP, but you already have to have like 4 of this in. So you already have to basically pay 4 KP, and you kill both of your defenses for a bigger one. So it makes sense. I hate how it doesn't focus. You have Caterpillar. It'd be a bit controversial, but I'm kind of a fat guy too, so it doesn't really matter. So he's the first card with Thick, and if another Caterpillar card is in play, Leafeos heals for 60 HP, which is a spell card. So I'll talk about that once we get there. Digipillar, one of the best cards in the archetype. If Caterpillar is killed, you shuffle it back into your deck always, but not including itself. So that could be really good because, basically every card gets undead with the heads flipped, so you get to keep them in your deck. Then you have a Ghostapillar, which just has undead. Oh, it's not focusing. Focus. And yeah, so he's okay. Flopapillar flying. If a Cloudia card is in play, give this 20 attack. So it's pretty specific, but I mean, you do get 70-40, so it's not too bad. And it's flying too. Then you have Kingapillar, like the boss of all of them. He's pretty dope. He has 8 KP, 120 HP, 80 attack. And if you have 3 other Caterpillar archetype cards, this costs 5 KP. And I meant to put in your battlefield, so you have to have 3 Caterpillars already out. But it's really good. You get a really good card. And then here's Leafeos. Heal any card for 20, and if it's a Caterpillar card, it gets 40. So essentially with Caterpillar, it guarantees every card gets 60 HP, even non-Caterpillars, which could be really good. For 2 KP. Kadeverse is the first location card, and once a turn, you may discard a card from your hand in order to play a Caterpillar that is 4 KP or less for free. So that's pretty good. And this is... I could include fusions, I suppose, but yeah. We'll see how broken that will be. We have Ints, the next archetype. Ints archetype. Ints. The stats are a bit different. He's a bit more offensive. You have Insuline, which is tiny. He has 2 KP. He's pretty weak though, so. You have Dadins, the first fusion. Ints and an Insuline card. So you have to have any Ints and then an Insuline. When this dies, put an Insuline from the discard pile into your hand. So you can just keep fusing into that if you have enough in your deck. I mean, there's only 3 copies of a card per deck, but you know what I mean. Sniper Ints. He's 5 KP, 7 HP, 60 attack, but he's ranged. I don't know if 5 KP would be right, but here we are. We have Knights. If a Kinks is in play, it gains 30 attack, so it goes from 50-50 to 50-80. And then we'll go over Kinks. He's right here. He is 100 HP, 100 attack, but when played, attack now with Ints that is not this. So you can attack with him, and he has the highest attack of any Ints because you play Kink, so he gets the combo. So you get attack, basically do a bonus attack before you attack again. So it's pretty good. I forgot to add one. So Ints Tax Collector. I don't know why, but I made him, so here we are. You win played, you get to steal 1 KP from your opponent, and might say, well, that's useless, because you already, you spent 4. However, they lose KP, so if you have 5 or more KP, this gets 30 more attack. Ints Ambush is a spell card, and do 20 damage to a creature, and if it Ints is on your battlefield, poison it as well, so, yeah. And then the new item card, Ints Tower. Equipped Ints gains 20 HP and reach, so it's, it's a more offensive archetype, but you can give it some more defense. Then we're just going to go for the non-archetype cards. We have Beshvine, Spiky. He's pretty good for a common creature. So yeah, we have Hula Berry, the first non-archetype item card. Yes, it's 3 KP, it's a common card. Or Hulu Berry, I don't know what I'm going to name it, but... Equipped creature gains 30 attack, and if it's the creatures from Hulu, it gains 30 HP as well. We have Flant. He's tiny, because, I don't know, I just like this guy. I basically made it so these ants, they make themselves flat, so they don't get squished and re-noticed. Then we have Glumpos. He is just thick, so he's like kind of the opposite. But they don't work together. Now another archetype. This Hulu has the most archetypes. But it's kind of like your starter kind of thing, so yeah. You have the Dairy Worm archetype. So he's 50 HP, 10 attack. It's like, oh, he's weaker than most of them. But when played, if there's another Digger Worm in play, look at the top card of your deck. You may put it in the back. You may put it at the bottom of your deck. So you can just look at, put it face down, or you can put it on the bottom of your deck if you don't want to see it. Drill Worm. So he's 5 KP, 50 HP, 50 attack. You might say, what? However, he has some milling potential. When played, discard cards from the top of your opponent's deck for each Digger Worm on your field. So assuming you have 5 in total, so that's all 5 of them, you get to discard 5 cards out of your opponent's deck, which at least is a tenth of their whole entire deck. So yeah. But then we have Glow Worm. So you may attach this to a Digger Worm instead of playing this. When equipped, creature dies, draw a card. I might change them to make them better, but yeah, so essentially these guys, like, they go on their heads, so it's like a symbiotic relationship. They get light to see, and they get some of the food. Because, like, digging around and eat stuff. Then we have Pickworm, one of the more unique ones, so he's 4 KP. It's pretty good stats, but when played, look at a card from the top of the deck for each Digger Worm you have. You might put as many cards that are over 5 KP into your hand. Shuffle the rest into the deck. So yeah, that's pretty good. Shovel Worm. When played, shuffle a card from your opponent's hand into your deck. And if you have another Digger Worm, you may do the same. It's like, that's bad, but, you know, maybe you don't want to use this card right now, so you shuffle it into your deck. Or it combos with another card, which I'll show later. We have Jimpy. He is a Digger Worm, but he's not part of the archetype. He's kind of his own character, so yeah. And when this is at half or less HP, he gained 80 attack, which could be very powerful. So, yeah. They have Timbo, son of Jimpy. He's a different species. It's like adopted or something. I don't know. He's a pretty weak card, but if Jimpy is on your field, it gains 40 attack. So, because he gets 70 attack. So, yeah. And we have Rockor. Just like this rock spider guy. Crystals. 8 HP, 20 attack. And then we have Tri-Leaf, one of the coolest cards in the game in terms of abilities. He's 3 KP, 30 HP, 30 attack. He's like, well, how's this good? Well, when played, if you have 3 cards in your hand, kill any creature. So you have to have 5 cards, including him. So you play him, then you have 3 cards, and you can kill any creature on the board, which can combo with the Shovel Worm because, so you have 5 cards, including the Tri-Leaf. You shuffle one in, and then boom, you play him. So yeah. Then you have Petra Wing. I don't know. I just kind of made him up, but he looks pretty cool. So, and I want to add some more flying creatures. Then you have War Crater is another location card. So, the War Crater, it's in between. So, in Hula, there's the so this is Hula down here. Down here would be the Kadeverse where the caterpillars live, and up there would be the Inst Kingdom where the Insta lives. In the middle, there's a War Crater where they fought each other. But yeah, the card states whenever someone kills a creature, they draw a card. So it's pretty basic, but, you know, it's nice. Then you have Twiggeek. It's like a twig bird. Again, just wanted to add a couple more flying cards. Yeah, it's flying, so it's pretty cool. And then you have Hulu Mountain. And all your Hulu cards gain 20 HP and attack. So that's Hulu for you. Next video, I'll show Frostina. And I'll go on and on. And once Veggies comes in, I'll show you that. If it's, you know, perfect and it's messed up. So yeah. Thank you for watching this video. And see you guys next time. Peace.